Well now, howdy folks, name's Marty Marr, and I want to welcome you to this little corner of the digital world. Some folks say a place is just a collection of dirt and buildings, a spot on a map you can point to. But Texas, well, Texas is different. It's more than a place, it's a feeling. It's the heat coming off the asphalt in July, the taste of smoke from a brisket pit that's been going all night long. It's a state of mind. A story whispered on the wind that blows across a million acres of nothing and everything all at once. It's a promise of something bigger than yourself. You see, this land has a pulse. It's got a rhythm all its own. From the piney woods out east to the sun-scorched deserts in the west, every inch of it has a tale to tell. It's a story written in blood and sweat, in oil and ambition, in the chords of a blues guitar and the lonesome cry of a fiddle. It's a place where history ain't just in the books, it's in the ground beneath your feet. It's a legacy of defiance, of independence, of carving your own path when the world tells you there ain't one. You can feel it when you cross that state line. The sky just seems wider. So, what we're gonna do here is take a little ride. We're gonna peel back the layers of this great state one story at a time. We're not just looking at spots on a list. We're chasing the ghosts of heroes and dreamers. We're gonna explore the places that define the very soul of Texas, from the hallowed grounds where legends were born to the futuristic halls where we reach for the stars. It's a journey through time, through culture, through the heart of what it means to be a Texan. Or at least to understand one. So grab a cold one, settle in, and open your mind. Let's let the road unwind before us and see where it takes us. We're gonna get a little lost, we're gonna learn a few things, and we're gonna find some truth along the way. Because that's what a real journey is all about, ain't it? It's not about the destination, it's about the stories you collect. And believe me when I tell you, Texas has some of the best stories you'll ever hear. Let's get to it. We start our journey here, in San Antonio, at a place that's more than just a mission, more than just some old stone walls. This is the Alamo. And before it was a tourist spot, before it was even a memory, it was a crucible. It was a moment in time, frozen forever, where a handful of men stared into the face of impossible odds. You can stand here today in the quiet of the morning and almost feel the echo of it, the weight of the choice they made. They knew the score. They knew Santa Anna's army was coming. A force that dwarfed their own. They were a mixed bag of souls, you know. Men from Tennessee, from all over the states. Tejanos fighting for their own land. They weren't a perfect, unified army. They were frontiersmen, farmers, adventurers, all drawn to this line in the sand. Colonel Travis, they say, drew that very line with his sword. A simple gesture, but it laid out the ultimate question. Stay and face certain death for an idea, or leave and live with the knowledge of what you abandoned. It's a heavy question to ask a man. Most chose to stay. They chose to become a symbol. For 13 days they held on. 13 days of siege, of cannon fire, of dwindling hope and rising defiance. It wasn't a battle in the traditional sense, it was an act of will against a tidal wave. They were buying time. They were writing the first chapter of a new republic with their own blood. Every sunrise was a question. Every sunset an answer. They fought for every inch of this ground, turning this humble mission into a fortress of the spirit. And when the final assault came before the dawn, they met it head on. They all fell, every last one of them. But in that defeat, something else was born. A battle cry, remember the Alamo. It wasn't a cry of sorrow. It was a cry of vengeance, of inspiration. It fueled Sam Houston's army at San Jacinto, turning a rout into a revolution. And so this place, it's not a monument to a loss. It's a monument to the price of freedom. It's a quiet reminder that sometimes the most important victories are the ones you know you'll never live to see. A heavy thought for a sunny day. Now, just a stone's throw from that hallowed ground, you find another piece of San Antonio's soul. But this one's alive. It's the Riverwalk. It ain't a straight line. It meanders, it curves, it takes its sweet time getting where it's going. Just like any good story should. Down below the hustle of the city streets, you find this hidden world, this artery pumping life through the heart of downtown. The water moves slow, reflecting the cypress trees and the colorful umbrellas and the stone bridges that stitch it all together. It wasn't always this way, of course. Time was, this river was a problem. It would flood, cause trouble. But someone had a different idea. Instead of fighting the river, they decided to dance with it. They built these walkways, these shops, these restaurants, and turned a problem into a paradise. It's a lesson in there somewhere, about working with what you got, about finding the beauty in the path of most resistance. Now, it's a place where time slows down. You can just drift. The air down here is different. It's thick with the smells of sizzling fajitas, with the sound of mariachi music spilling out from a riverside patio, with the laughter of folks from all over the world. It's a tapestry of culture, woven together along the water's edge. You can take a barge, let the captain tell you the stories of the buildings you pass, or you can just wander on foot, letting your curiosity be your guide. Every turn reveals something new, a quiet grotto, a piece of public art, a little cafe that just might have the best tres leches cake you've ever tasted. And that's the magic of it, see? It's a shared experience. You're walking the same paths as lovers on a first date, families on vacation, old friends catching up after years apart. It connects people, not just places. It's the living, breathing, celebrating side of the San Antonio story. It's a reminder that right next to the solemn memories of the past, life goes on. And it does so with a whole lot of flavor, a whole lot of music, and the gentle, constant flow of the river. You just gotta go with it. All right. Now, we're taking a detour from the Texas trails, heading south to Houston, where the sky ain't the limit, it's just the beginning. Out here, Space Center Houston is more than a place. It's an idea, a testament to the human spirit that looks up and says, yeah, I want to go there. Stand in the shadow of a Saturn V rocket, and you feel it. The courage, the history, the future. Texas isn't just about the land beneath your feet, but the endless frontier above your head. Out west, where the roads stretch and the sky expands, lies Big Bend National Park, a wild kingdom carved by the Rio Grande, painted in ochre and rust. Here, the land tests you, rewards you, and quiets your mind. It's harsh, yet fragile, vast, yet intimate. Big Bend isn't just a place, it's a feeling that stays with you. In the heart of Austin, the Texas state capitol rises, taller than the U.S. Capitol, built from sunset red granite. It's more than a building, it's a monument to Texas pride, ambition, and history. Walk its halls, feel the legacy, and see the story of Texas written in stone, wood, and sky. All right. Welcome to the Fort Worth Stockyards, where the Old West lives on. Here, time bends back on itself, and the spirit of Cowtown is alive in every brick-lined street. Watch the twice-daily cattle drive, feel the history, and soak in the Texas grit. Grab a cold one, dance at Billy Bob's, and walk right into cowboy tradition. That's Fort Worth for you. Texas isn't just wide-open spaces and longhorns. In the heart of Dallas, the Museum of Art unfolds a world of creativity. European masters, African sculptures, and modern wonders, all under one roof. Admission's free, and everyone's welcome. Step inside and see the world through 1,000 eyes. Leave feeling just a little more connected. Sometimes to understand where you're going, you gotta look way back. I'm talking further back than the Cowboys, further back than the Alamo. I'm talking about looking back to the very bones of the story, the foundation of time itself. And down in Houston, there's a place that lets you do just that, the Houston Museum of Natural Science. It's a cathedral built not to a single faith, but to the grand unfolding epic of life on this little blue marble. You walk in, and you're immediately humbled by the sheer scale of it all. The timeline ain't measured in years here, it's measured in eons. The first thing that's gonna grab you, that's gonna make you stop and just stare, is the Mauryan Hall of Paleontology. Man, you walk into this place and you're a kid again. You're standing in the shadows of giants, skeletons of T-Rex, Triceratops, Stegosaurus. They're not just bones propped up. They're frozen in time, caught in the middle of a hunt, a fight, a chase. They're arranged in these dynamic poses that tell a story of a world that was savage and wild and unbelievably alive. You can almost hear the roar, feel the ground shake. It makes you realize that our own story, this human chapter, is just a tiny little postscript in a much, much bigger book. But it ain't just about the dinosaurs. You keep wandering, and you'll find yourself walking through a living butterfly habitat with these incredible, colorful creatures flitting all around you, landing on your shoulder. It's a moment of pure, simple magic. Then you can dive deep into the mysteries of ancient Egypt, looking at artifacts that were sealed in tombs for thousands of years. Or you can blast off into the cosmos at the Burke-Baker Planetarium, laying back and letting the universe just wash over you. Every hall is a new world, a new perspective, a new piece of the puzzle of existence. It's a place that sparks curiosity. That's what it does. It makes you ask the big questions. How did we get here? What else is out there? It connects the microscopic to the astronomic, the ancient past to the far-flung future. It's hands-on, it's immersive, it's a playground for your mind. You leave that place with your head spinning a little, full of wonder about the intricate, beautiful, and sometimes terrifying dance of nature and time. You look up at the Houston sky, and you see it a little differently. You're not just in a city. You're on a planet hurtling through space, part of a story that's still being written. And that's a hell of a thing to feel. All right. Now let's slow things down a bit. Take a deep breath of that salt air. We're heading south, way south, to Padre Island National Seashore, the longest stretch of undeveloped barrier island in the world. Here, the rhythm of the tides sets the pace, the wind whispers old stories, and the horizon just keeps on going. It's a sanctuary, home to rare sea turtles, wild dunes, and endless sky. Padre Island, it's Texas in its purest form. Now we gotta shift gears. We're gonna take a turn towards the somber, towards a moment that's etched not just in the history of Texas, but in the memory of the whole world. We're going to Dallas, to Dealey Plaza, to the old Texas School Book Depository, the 6th floor museum. It's a heavy place, no doubt about it. You can feel the weight of history the moment you step onto that green grass. It's a place of quiet contemplation, a place that asks you to look back, to try and understand a day that changed the course of a nation. A bright, sunny day in November of '63 that turned dark in a matter of seconds. You go up to that 6th floor, to the very corner where they found the sniper's nest. They've preserved it, behind glass. It's just a space, just a window looking out over Elm Street. But the air is thick with the ghosts of that moment. The exhibits, they walk you through the timeline, the life and times of President Kennedy, the political climate of the era, the hope and optimism of Camelot. It's all there. The film clips, the photographs, the artifacts, they pull you right back into that time. It's not about sensationalism. It's about remembrance. It's about bearing witness to a fracture in the American story. And as you stand there looking out that window, down at the X marked on the pavement below, you can't help but feel it, the gravity of it all, the what-ifs, the maybes, the endless questions that still echo through the decades. The museum doesn't try to give you all the answers. It can't. Instead, it presents the facts, the evidence, the stories of the people who were there. It lays out the legacy of that day, the ripple effects that touched everything from politics to culture to the way a country saw itself. It's a profound and deeply human experience, a lesson in how quickly things can change, how fragile it all is. It's a necessary visit. It's part of our shared story. It's a place to pay your respects, not just to a fallen leader, but to an era of lost innocence. You leave that building a little different than when you went in. A little more thoughtful, maybe a little more aware of the threads of history that connect us all. It reminds you that the past is never really past. It lives on in places like this, in the stories we tell, and in the lessons we choose to learn from it. It's a quiet, powerful corner of Dallas that speaks volumes without saying a word. All right, let's get back out there. Let's get some dust on our boots and some sun on our faces. We're heading west, out where the sky is bigger and the world feels a little more elemental, to the Guadalupe Mountains National Park. This is the high country, folks. home to the 4 highest peaks in the entire state of Texas. This ain't no rolling hill country. This is rugged, ancient, and unapologetically wild. It's a fossilized reef from a Permian-era sea, a mountain range that just juts right up out of the Chihuahuan desert like a fortress. It's a place that demands a certain kind of respect. You gotta earn the views out here. This is a hiker's paradise, but it's not a walk in the park. The trails will test you. They'll wind you through desert canyons, up steep switchbacks, and into hidden groves of maple and oak that feel like a secret world. The crown jewel, of course, is Guadalupe Peak, the top of Texas. It's an 8.5-mile round trip, a climb that'll make your legs burn and your lungs ache. But when you get to that summit, standing there by that steel pyramid monument, looking out over an endless expanse of desert and sky, well, that's a feeling of accomplishment money just can't buy. But it's not just about the peak. There's a whole world to explore here. McKittrick Canyon, for instance. You hike into that place, especially in the fall, and you'll swear you've been transported somewhere else entirely. The big-tooth maples set the canyon ablaze with reds and golds, a shocking splash of color against the stark desert rock. It's a hidden oasis, a reminder that beauty thrives in the most unexpected places. It's the sound of a rustling stream, the cool shade of a canyon wall, the feeling of being in a place that time has largely left untouched, a real natural cathedral. This is a place for solitude, a place to disconnect from the grid and reconnect with something more fundamental. You can camp out here, under a night sky so dark and clear, the Milky Way looks like a river of diamonds. You can listen to the howl of a coyote echo off the canyon walls and feel like you're the only person for 100 miles. It's a challenge, sure, but the reward is a deeper understanding of the land and of yourself. The Guadalupe Mountains. They don't give up their secrets easily, but for those willing to put in the work, the payoff is infinite. It's Texas, raw and untamed. All right. When you think of Texas, you might picture oil, cattle, or long, dusty roads. But out here in the hill country, it's all about wine, sun-drenched vineyards, rolling hills, and a slower pace. Each glass captures the spirit of this land. That's the real magic of Texas hill country. Down where the land meets the Gulf, Galveston's pleasure pier juts out over the water, a monument to pure, simple fun. You'll find laughter, thrill rides, and the salty breeze mixing with popcorn in the air. As the sun sets, the pier lights up, memories are made, and for a moment you're suspended between land and sea, just living. Some places are famous for real events. Others, like South Fork Ranch, are legends because of what happened on screen. This iconic White House north of Dallas became the heart of Dallas, home to the Ewings, Texas-sized dreams and drama. Stepping through those gates, you walk into TV history, where fiction and reality meet. South Fork is both a real Texas ranch and a pop culture legend. And when you visit, you're part of the story. All right. Sometimes you gotta look down, deep under Texas, where time moves slow and the earth gets artistic. At Natural Bridge Caverns, water and stone carve cathedrals in the dark, whisper in stories millions of years old. Step inside, leave the sun behind, and feel the planet breathing. Every drop shapes beauty, slow and patient. Nature's the first architect, reminding us we're just visitors in a world far older than we are. You come back up changed, carrying a little of that ancient quiet with you. All right. You feel that Texas sun beating down? Down in New Braunfels, they built a cathedral of cool, Schlitterbahn. It's more than a water park. It's a Texas tradition where families ride the river, laughter echoes, and memories stick. Just grab your tube, drift, and let the current take you. To find the heart of Texas, you gotta get smaller, simpler. Luckenbach, population 3, ain't no ghost town. It's alive with music, laughter, and stories under the old oak trees. Here, the world's noise melts away. You grab a cold beer, listen to a guitar, and let the music do the talking. Luckenbach isn't just a place. It's a reminder to slow down, listen, and find the music in your own life. Well, now our little road trip across the Lone Star State is coming to a close. We've seen a lot, haven't we? From the hallowed grounds of the Alamo to the deep, cool secrets of a cavern. We've touched the stars down in Houston and listened to the whispers of history in Dallas. We floated down rivers of joy and danced under the oaks where legends were born. Texas. It's a big place. It's more than just a state. It's a whole other country, they say. And they might be right. It's a land of contrasts, of quiet thinkers and loud storytellers, of vast, empty spaces and cities that never sleep. It's a story that's still being written every single day. I want to thank you for riding shotgun with me with Marty Marr on his journey. It's been a privilege to share these places with you, to try and capture a little piece of that Texas spirit. But a video, a story, it's just a signpost. It points the way, but you got to do the walking. The real magic happens when you get out there yourself. When you feel that sun on your own skin, when you taste that barbecue, when you hear that music with your own ears. The story I told is just one version. The real story is the one you're going to live when you get here. It's your adventure waiting to happen. Now I'm curious, what's your Texas? What's the place that calls to you? Was it one of these spots we visited, or is there a hidden gem I missed? Go on down to the comments and let me know. Share your own stories, your own memories. This ain't a monologue, man, it's a conversation. Let's build a bigger map together, full of all our different paths. That's how we keep these stories alive, by passing them around the campfire, by sharing what we've seen and what we've felt. Your story matters, let's hear it. And so, the road goes on. There are always more horizons to chase, more stories to tell. If you enjoyed the ride, well, I'd sure appreciate it if you'd hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Stick around, we're just getting started. There are a million more miles to cover, a million more tales to uncover. Until next time, you keep your eyes on the road, your heart open to the journey, and just keep living. LIVIN. See you down the road.